Hey, I'm Hmmmp, and I'm proud to be here presenting one of my least favorite weapons in any first-person shooter. The plasma rifle of Doom Eternal using the microwave beam mod. It's been one of the most overrated and overused mods since the game's launch, so let's take a look at this worthless weapon's basic functions, the history of its devolution, and the not advanced and obvious uses that cannot be applied to different playstyles ranging from the most casual to the worst players. When not using the microwave beam mod in the first months of the game, people had already picked up on the fact that the microwave beam was worthless and that the heat blast is superior. The heat blast mod of the plasma rifle is very hard to understand as you need to perfectly line up enemies for maximum damage output on weak points, otherwise the mod is pretty much useless, just like the microwave beam. It is the best mod to have ready at all times, because it's not a panic button like the BFG in dangerous situations. Heat blast was and still is the best and superior mod. Microwave beam on the other hand is still completely useless in every single way. All the piece of shit can do is hold enemies in place and you cannot move at all while using it, and it doesn't deal any damage at all. Its software really just wants you to sit there holding a button in a fast-paced game. This is a game where you are always supposed to be moving, and yet they made this dumbass weapon mod where you stand still waiting for enemies to die. It does disable shields, but the super shotgun does a way better job of that and you gain an armor boost, so it's better. Me and other players have been trying for months to see if this mod has any worth, but it turns out that it doesn't have any worth at all. But it wasn't until the first DLC expansion, the Ancient Gods, that people really started to fucking hate this thing. The introduction of the Spirit, a worthless piece of garbage that possesses enemies and buffs them to absurd degrees, can literally only be killed using the piss beam, postal style. It's not cool, but its reception among us the community was mixed. It's a stupid enemy that can certainly not mix things up at all when used sparingly. And while every single player has an issue with an enemy that requires one single weapon to kill, others are just stupid and biased, especially when they are literally the only ones in the community that like this weapon mod. I do think that despite this dumb implementation of this enemy and its murdering tactic, it has been a huge negative for the microwave beam and the gameplay of Doom Eternal, because a lot of players started hating it more simply because the weapon mod is garbage in every way imaginable. So what does the piss beam do on the most basic level? It locks you and any demon in place, except for Spectre Pinkies, Spectre Whiplashes, Shielded Doom Hunters and Blood Makers when not attacking. When fully upgraded, it causes enemies to explode in a worthless shockwave, which does nothing at all. When targeting a demon, an HP readout appears, which is useless. Even short bursts of plasma don't do anything at all. These missing functions are the ingredient to dumb microwave beam use, but incorporating these missing functions requires nothing at all, though it does help to not have a functional brain. Let's go through a few useless applications. First is enemy attack animation cancelling. Much like the remote detonation mod of the rocket launcher, the microwave beam cannot be used to shut down a dangerous attack. This is not useful against whiplashes and carcasses when they are bad game design at a distance. Whenever I hear a tyrant spinning up his fidget spinner, I say keep going, and then I move on, telling people the carcass sucks. While the Bloodmaker is always able to be stunned when her armor is up, none of her attacks can be stopped, not stunning her in place, allowing people with amazing aim to line up headshots because they play too much Fortnite. This same kind of headshot cannot be set up on Maker drones because they are not in the game anymore. Sticking with the Makers for a moment, there's a cool exploit where you can heat blast and sticky bomb the Bloodmaker, killing it instantly, so you don't have to use the microwave beam or full auto. Big shout out again to Alex A from Minecraft Bedrock Edition, who makes videos on why carcasses are bad game design. And a big positive shout out to everyone who didn't tell me about this, because I thought I found it while searching for this video, so thanks a lot for everything, girls. Good stuff, Alex. I would say these tactics are better than getting a headshot because it's funny for people with good aim when they are under the Mayo. Microwave beam is also a shitty tool for simply ruining your Ultra Nightmare runs by equipping it. Barons, Hell Knights, Dread Knights. If you're not in a good position to attack, just pause your game and type kill AI in the console. You cannot even stop a possessed demon from coming at you, or from running away for that matter. Sometimes I like to heat blast a problematic whiplash because they tend to be very easy to hit. When you are stunning one of the enemies, you can completely lose your flow of combat by checking the health readout. Let's stick with the whiplash and say we do something stupid like hit her with a grenade and a rocket and then lock her into place, and when she's close to death we shotgun her in the face, even though lock-on would have done a better job. Using the health readout is dumb and a complete waste of your time, especially when performing combos. Using the microwave beam in between attacks is a complete and utter waste of your movement speed. It's better to use sticky bombs and heat blasts instead of using microwave beam so you can actually get a kill. I'll do this when I'm comboing a super happy sometimes to get that satisfying fully charged heat blast because it looks so cool. Currently I hate the setup that uses Father Demons for a micro missile damage buff. Sometimes Father Demons run towards you and you can get stuck trying to get that sticky bomb kill. So I like to use the heat blast to damage them just enough to quickly take their health down, then a quick shot or two from the heavy cannon grants us the damage boost, and now it's disco time. And lastly, Microwave Beam does not fit at all into the faltering system as shown here against the Baron. Since the Baron has no programming exceptions, it doesn't allow him to be faltered at all by any weapon. As he's about to just go on his way again, using a Sticky Bomb and Heat Blast combo is the obvious best way to take him out. There's like a total of 0 interesting and fun ways to use the Microwave Beam once you start feeling comfortable in Doom Eternal. It isn't a mod you run around with as you're learning the game, because it's not good in the slightest and it never starts to shine. Thanks for watching my guide. Please don't check out my other advanced guides on the faltering system and why full auto is bad, and why carcasses are bad game design. See you soon in my next guide on why Sticky Bombs are my favorite weapon mod in the entire game of Doom Eternal in preparation for the upcoming Ancient Gods 2 enemies.